Hello, my name is Atle Yoghansen. I'm head of the legal department in LO. My topic today is to give a brief introduction to Norwegian labor law. The Norwegian labor law system contains of two main elements: the law and collective agreements. The basic rights are regulated in the Norwegian Employment Act, arbeidsmiljøloven. These basic rights may be topped by collective agreement. In Norway, trade unions have much greater influence than in many other countries. The trade union federations enter into national collective agreements with the employers. A collective agreement is an agreement between an employer or its federation and a trade union concerning pay and working conditions. The size of your salary and other benefits depends on the terms agreed in the agreements. The level may vary from one industry to another, but the pay and working conditions are usually much better in workplaces that are bound by collective agreements. Norway is not part of the European Union, but Norway does have its own agreement with the European Union. And the minimum working conditions in the European Union is also a part of this agreement. The Norwegian rules are therefore affected by the European Union rules in the way that all rules in the Union that provide a minimum protection applies to everyone who works in Norway. In some areas, the Norwegian rules provide better protection than the Union rules. Let me give you a brief overview of the main rules for Norwegian employees. First, contract of employment. The law requires a written contract of employment to be provided in all employment relationships. This applies both to permanent and temporary work, irrespective of the duration of employment. Working hours. According to the law, the norm for working hours is 40 hours a week. However, the standard laid down in all collective agreements is 37.5 hours a week. For shift work, the normal working time is shorter. If you work more than the agreed working time, you have the right to extra benefits. A minimum 40% extra payment for each hour. If it is a collective agreement, the extra payment normally is higher, at least 50%. Employees may have the right to reduced working hours due to health, social or welfare reasons. The law also established the right to flexible working hours if this can be done without major inconvenience to the employer. The employer is obliged to keep an account of hours actually worked by each employee. Holidays. The right to holidays is regulated in its own act and may be supplemented by collective agreements. All employees are entitled to 4 weeks and 1 day of paid holiday each calendar year. If the company is bound by a collective agreement, all employees are entitled to 5 weeks holiday a year. 5 weeks is the most common agreement, even in companies that are not bound by a collective agreement. Employees aged 60 and older are entitled to 1 additional week of holiday. The right to holiday pay is based on the employee's income in the previous calendar year. As an employee, you may demand to take 3 weeks during the main holiday period in June to the last day of September. The last 1 or 2 weeks can be taken as a single period or may be broken up into weeks or days. Sick leave. Employees who are sick or ill can stay off work for 3 consecutive calendar days without consulting a doctor or a medical certificate. Employees on sick leave receive a daily sickness benefit equal to 100% of their income, which is paid from the first day of sickness absence for a period of 52 weeks. Sickness benefits are paid by the employer for the first 16 days and thereafter by the National Insurance Scheme. An employee who is absent from work due to necessary care for a sick child is entitled to benefit equal to 100% to their income for up to 10 days each year, or 15 days if they have more than 2 children. Single parents are entitled to such benefits for up to 20 or 30 days if they have more than 2 children during a calendar year. Parents may receive such benefits up to and including the year of the child's 12th birthday. Leave due to pregnancy and childbirth. An employee who has been employed for at least 6 out of the last 10 months may also have the rights to paid leave. The leave may be shared between the mother and the father, but at least 6 weeks after birth is reserved for the mother. In case of adoption, similar rules apply. Dismissal. Notice of dismissal must be objectively justified. A period of at least 1 month's notice is required. But in certain circumstances, a longer period of notice may be required. Under Norwegian law, employees are protected against unfair dismissal. In Norway, an employee who is absent from work due to illness may not be dismissed for that reason during the first 12 months. And all dismissals must be justified. When a dismissal is based on the employee's behavior, the lack of result, or illegal absence, the court will investigate whether the employee has got a possibility to change the behavior or improve the results. To justify a dismissal, the employer must provide a clear written warning and allow the employee enough time to change behavior. Occupational health and safety. The law has clear rules what regards safety and health issues. In order to safeguard the employees, the employer shall ensure that health and safety work is performed at all levels of the undertaking. The health and safety issues shall be carried out in cooperation with the employees and their elected representatives. The employer has an obligation to provide systematic training on health and safety issues at all levels. In Norway, we say that it is not about being right, but getting right. If you are a member of LO, the union will help you and give you the assistance you need if you have problems at work. And we can also help you with questions you have about the law or employment contract you have. Thank you for listening.